Hello there, I'm Cara Clairman. I'm the president and CEO of Plug and Drive, and I'm really pleased to be here, at least by video, to talk to you a little bit about Plug and Drive, what we do, and why EVs are important in terms of climate change. So, Plug and Drive, we are a nonprofit, and we're all about educating consumers to help them make the switch from gas to electric. And of course, the main reason that we're in this area is because transportation is actually the largest emitting sector in Ontario, and in pretty much every jurisdiction across Canada and around the world, it's number one or number two in terms of GHG emissions. And so we really can't hit our climate goals if we don't tackle transportation. And electric vehicles are, of course, not a silver bullet, but they are an important piece of the puzzle, an important solution in terms of reducing greenhouse gas emissions from transportation. And the reason electrifying transportation makes so much sense, especially here in Ontario, is because our electricity is primarily low to no greenhouse gas emitting. Most of our electricity in Ontario comes from nuclear and hydro, a little bit of wind, and a very small amount of natural gas, which tends to run at the peak times in the day. Most of the time you're going to plug in an electric car at night, so it's going to plug into extremely low greenhouse gas emitting electricity, which offers a huge emission reduction, more than 90% emission reduction from your vehicle. So EVs, really important opportunity to reduce emissions, and also for consumers to save money because electricity is much cheaper than gas. So it's a real winner from both an economic and environmental perspective. We do a whole bunch of different things. I won't have time in this video to tell you all of them, but one of the main things we do is we run the Electric Vehicle Discovery Center. This is us at the ribbon cutting 5 years ago, where we opened, it's a world first facility, Science Center meets car showroom, trying to help consumers learn all about EVs in a no pressure to buy anything environment. You can come, learn all about EVs, take them for a test drive, and then hopefully when you're ready to buy a car, you're gonna go to a dealer and you're gonna buy an electric car. In addition to the Discovery Center, we run the Electric Vehicle Roadshow, which is bringing our cars to the community for test drives. We do these typically in 1-2 day events. We'll come right to you, give everyone a chance to learn about EVs, and we've been doing that for years. 2 years ago, we came up with sort of what we call the hybrid model, which is not quite the Discovery Center, but not quite as small as the Roadshow. It's a large trailer that pops out. Trailer doesn't really do it justice. It's a beautiful sort of interactive experience where you can learn all about EVs and test drive cars and pretty much get everything you can get at the EV Discovery Center, but a little bit scaled down, and we bring it to a community near you. We tend to bring this and keep it in the community for 2 to 4 weeks. We're actually doing a cross Canada tour this year. We're in the Maritimes, we're in BC and Alberta and in Ontario. If you're interested in attending one of our events, please check out the events page on our website, and you'll see where we're going to be and when. In addition to outreach, which is most of what we do a few other things. We do policy work, we do some research reports, we do consulting, and we partner with companies to help them with whatever they need. It might be employee engagement, it might be school groups, it might be helping a company figure out their workplace charging, but all this sort of under the umbrella of consulting to help companies figure out their EV strategy. We have a really cool tool on our website, if you're not convinced yet, where you can find your EV match. And basically you can enter in the parameters of your existing gas car and how much you drive, your postal code, so it will adjust to local gas prices and local electricity prices. And a graph will be produced showing exactly how much money you're going to save every month. And for the most part, people are saving upwards of $2,000+ a year minimum. That's typically fuel alone. Maintenance is also much cheaper, and with these high gas prices, it's even more. So even more reasons to reduce your emissions and switch, because you're going to save a whole pile of money. I'd just like to sum up with some benefits of electric cars that a lot of times people don't think about. We often hear about the environmental benefit. We hear about the economic benefit, which I've spoken about. but we don't often talk about the health benefit. And a very comprehensive study was done by Ontario Public Health and Environmental Defence. If you're interested, go to clearingtheair.ca. But they did some modeling about if we were able to switch our fleet of vehicles in the city of Toronto to all EVs, and how much health benefit there would be. Air pollution costs us in terms of our health. It even can be attributed to numerous deaths every year, and so there's major social benefits beyond the environment that are often not even counted. And I just wanted to point this out and say there's so many benefits to electrified transportation that sometimes we fail to take into account. And we hope that your next vehicle, if there is going to be a vehicle, is going to be electric.